Dear students, good morning. Today we will analyze consumer's equilibrium, or that is called optimal choice. Before we start that consumer's equilibrium, we must know what is indifference curve, what is budget line, what is called budget constraint. We have already discussed. If you are not clear about that indifference curve, if you are not clear about that budget line, so it will be very difficult to understand that consumer's equilibrium. Again I repeat the same thing. You must be clear first indifference curve. Number one. Number two, you must be clear about that budget line. And number third, you must be that clear about the maximum satisfaction. Of a consumer. Indifference curve, budget line, and budget constraint. We have already discussed budget line and indifference curve and the maximum satisfaction of a consumer, how he will reach that equilibrium points. So for utility approach is concerned, in single commodities, marginal utility of X goods equal to price of X goods. And two commodities cases, that is that marginal utility of X goods equal to marginal utility of Y goods. Or we may say that marginal utility of X goods upon price X equal to marginal utility of Y upon price Y equal to marginal utility of money. That was the discussion on utility approach. But when we discussed that indifference curve, at that time that is the ordinal approach. So what is indifference curve? Indifference curve is a curve which is the possible combination of two goods that yield that same level of satisfactions, same level of utility of a consumer at a given time. That is called that indifference curve. And indifference curve properties also we have discussed. It slopes downwards, it is convex to the origin, and marginal rate of transformation or marginal rate of substitution equal to price X upon price Y, and higher indifference curve will give that higher satisfaction and lower indifference curve will give the lower satisfactions. And both the indifference curve will not intersect each other. So for these are the shortest properties analysis of that indifference curve. And so far budget line is concerned, indifference curve, we have already discussed marginal rate of substitution X for Y goods equal to price X upon price Y. And similarly budget line we have already known, that is the Px into X plus Py into Y equal to M. So these are the discussions before of that analysis of that consumer's equilibrium. So a consumer is in equilibrium when he maximizes his utility given income and in the market prices. In utility approach, that a consumer will get the maximum satisfaction when his spending money is equal to that what are the utility he is getting. Similarly, in indifference curve, we have already said marginal rate of substitution X for Y equal to Px upon Py, or that marginal rate of substitution will be decreases. Marginal rate of substitution will be decreases. That was the analysis in our examples. So, in other words, equilibrium is attained when the consumer reaches the highest possible indifference curve given his budget constraint. Budget constraints, that is that Px into x plus Py into y less than or equal to m. This is that budget constraint. These things must be clear. Then we will analyze that consumer's equilibrium through the diagram. You draw it diagram. Ox and Oy. Ox and Oy. Always Ox is that units of x goods. Oy is that units of y goods. Ox units of x goods. Ox is units of y goods. Indifference curve 1. Indifference curve 2. Indifference curve 3. A, B, budget line. A, B is the budget line. I see that difference curve curve 1, indifference curve 2, IC3 means indifference curve 3. There are 3 indifference curve. We have already said higher indifference curve will give that higher satisfaction, lower indifference curve will give that lower satisfactions. The budget line intersects two indifference curve IC1 and IC2. One is that IC1 where this is that R points and this is that F points, and E is a point. I am giving that in center. E is the point. IC curve intersect to that budget line, and IC3 that indifference curve does not touch to that or intersect to that budget line. You may draw that indifference curve for also. So this is the analysis as per that our table is given, our diagram is concerned. So we have to analyze that consumer's equilibrium on optimal choice. The consumer equilibrium point must lies on the budget line and must give the most preferred combination of goods and services. Most preferred combination of goods services. Most preferred of goods and services. Most preferred goods and services. Now, the question arises, which point will be the consumer's equilibrium? We can left to that indifference curve third because our budget line does not intersect to that indifference curve third. So indifference curve third is remaining two indifference curve 1 and indifference curve 2. So in these two curves, one point is the R, another point is that F, and indifference curve 2 case is that point E. These are the 3 points of the intersection of that budget line. 3 points are the intersection of that budget line. So we have to prefer that here is the most preferred goods and services R point, E point and F points. If I will say that R points is the R points at that time, this much is goods Y, and this much is that goods X. And F is a point, this much is the goods X, and this much is the goods Y. E is a point, OX units of goods X and OY of the goods unit Y. Now, which point will be the equilibrium points? So, our conditions or assumptions is concerned that marginal rate of substitutions X for Y goods equal to Px upon Py. Marginal rate of substitutions X for Y goods equal to price X upon price Y. And slope of budget line is concerned, slope of budget line is concerned, that is delta Y upon delta X equal to price X upon price Y. If you are not clear about that these points and these points, so you are not able to understand that consumer's equilibrium. Because IC1, IC2, IC3 are the different indifference curves. A, B is the budget line, and R, E are the several points which intersect to that difference curve 1 and difference curve 2. So with regard to this analysis, that E is a point where that is marginal rate of substitution for X for Y equal to Pxy. And R is a point where that marginal rate of substitutions R is a point MRS X for Y is greater than Px upon Py. And F is a point where marginal rate of substitution X for Y is less than Px upon Py. 3 conditions. I have already discussed. R is a point, E is a point, and FEJ points. So among these 3 points, E is a point, that is equilibrium point, where the consumer's budget line is tangent to the indifference curve 2. It is the point of consumer's equilibrium, because if the consumer moves away from point E to any other point F on the budget line, that is that below of the indifference curve, or that is that less satisfaction as per that indifference curve property is concerned, because higher indifference curve will give that higher satisfaction and lower indifference curve will give that lower satisfaction. That is why that indifference curve 1, what tangent of that budget line R and F point, the rational consumer will not prefer to these points R and F. He will be on a lower indifference curve if he will prefer to that R and F. As per property is concerned, that higher indifference curve will give that higher satisfaction and lower indifference curve will give the lower satisfactions. So the consumer will prefer to that IC1 or IC2. Now this is your questions. Naturally IC2 will be preferred because IC2 is greater than IC1 and this is that higher satisfaction. Maximum satisfaction he will get. So that he will prefer to that E point. The consumers is better of moving back up towards point E. The optimum point would be always located on that budget line. The optimum points is here, that is the E point which will that budget line. But indifference curve will not be preferred because it is not in that budget line. So this is the analysis when points to the right of E are desirable but not attainable. Thus point E shows the maximum satisfaction of the consumer when X units of goods X and Y units of goods Y, or you may name it that X1 or Y1. X1 units of goods X and Y1 units of goods Y, then that is that called consumer's equilibrium points. That is that maximum satisfaction. That is the optimal choice because slope of the indifference curve equal to slope of the budget line. Slope of indifference curve is equal to slope of budget line. Slope of indifference curve is equal to slope of the budget line. That is, I have already said, marginal rate of substitution X for Y equal to price X upon price Y. So if consumers will be these points, first condition. If not, so what will the conditions now? First conditions, marginal rate of substitution X for Y is greater than price X upon price Y. So to reach this equilibrium point, this is the conditions. This condition is MRS X for Y equal to PX upon PY. From R to E, so what will the here condition? R to E, the consumer will purchase more and more X goods. Suppose this is that X0 and this is that X2 and this is that Y0 and this is that Y2. So if the consumer will attain this point, marginal rate of substitution X for Y is greater than PX upon PY, so consumer will prefer to more X goods from X0 to X1 and he will reduce that Y goods from Y0 to Y1 to reach this equilibrium point at E. It means the consumer values of X more than what market values. X value of goods is more than market value. X value of goods is more than that market value. It means the consumer is willing to pay more X goods. It means the consumer is willing to pay more X goods. That is why he is purchasing more from X0 to X1. From X0 to X1. And he is decreasing that goods Y. Then the price prevailing in the market and the consumer buys more X goods and less Y. This leads to fall in that marginal rate of substitution, and marginal rate substitution continues to fall its price. It becomes equal to ratio of that price of two goods, that is that marginal rate of substitution. X for Y is equal to that Px upon Py, so that the consumer will purchase that more X goods and less Y goods when that marginal rate of substitution X for Y is greater than Px upon Py. So he will prefer to this goods. Second condition, that is that if marginal rate of substitution X for Y goods is less than price X upon price Y. This is the condition. MRS X for Y is less than Px upon Py. So that case, the consumer will attend to that optimal choice, that is E point. It means he will be shift from F point to E. He will shift from F point to E. It means that in this case, it means marginal rate of substitution X for Y is less than Px upon Py. In this case, the consumer values X is less. The value of consumer value is X is less, so that he will purchase less X goods, and that Y goods value is more, so that he will purchase that more Y goods to reach this equilibrium up to that marginal rate of substitution X for Y equal to Px upon Py. This is to be called that consumer's equilibrium. It means as a result, the consumers buys more of Y goods and less of X goods to reach that equilibrium marginal rate of substitution X for Y equal to Px upon Py, so that consumer will reach that or obtain that equilibrium. That choice is to be called that optimal choice. So this is to be called that analysis of that consumer's equilibrium. It means how that consumers attain the equilibrium so far that indifference curve approach, or it is also known as also Hicks, professor according to Hicks analysis of consumer's equilibrium. Hicks analysis of consumer's equilibrium. Question may come either consumer's equilibrium through indifference curve, or directly the question may come explain that Hicks analysis of consumer's equilibrium. If Hicks analysis question comes, then you have to analyze that indifference curve equilibrium analysis, not that consumer's equilibrium of that utility approach. I have already told that utility approach is given by Professor Marshall, and ordinal approach, this is called ordinal approach, which is to be called that indifference curve approach, that is given that Hicks and Allen. So ordinal means that is the first, second, third, fourth according to the order. So that is to be called that consumer's equilibrium through that indifference curve. So the first equilibrium condition is necessary, but it is not sufficient conditions of this first case. This is also case R and F, but it is not that satisfactory, because marginal rate of substitution X for Y equal to price X upon price X upon price Y, and as per that indifference curve is concerned, it is that convex to the origin, so that indifference curve case, the consumers will be equilibrium, that is marginal rate of substitution x for y equal to price x upon price y, and IC is convex to the origins. So condition 1, marginal rate of substitution x for equal to price x upon price y, and slope of the indifference curve equal to the slope of budget line. So that is why the E is the point when the marginal rate of substitution x for y equal to px upon py. This is that indifference curve approach equilibrium or consumer's equilibrium or optimal choice or Hicks analysis. Besides this, we have already known the properties of indifference curve, and here the conclusion is drawn by yourself, which way you have to slope the budget line and which way you have to show the convex to the origin and what are the conditions of that budget line. There are so many multiple analysis questions that you will go through the book. Accordingly, you have to give your answers. So there are so many questions. You will revise, remember it. Please note your syllabus for that first unit test. Syllabus for first unit test.